There are so many topics that I have on my mind I want to share, but this one stands out right now, so I'm going to share this one. It's about our mission, our sole purpose, our mission, and finding it. Now, this one is huge because the idea of having a soul mission or a purpose goes through all of our minds once we start along this path consciously. It is because we realize we've spent however much of our lives doing things that we were not inspired to do, perhaps, or that we were told or influenced to do that wasn't really in alignment with who we think we are. And then we start unlearning and start learning actual knowledge about ourselves. And then we come to the point of not really even knowing who we are, what our real self is, feeling that sense of, well, why am I here? Who am I? What can I do? I've learned some things. Who can I benefit from my journey, right? Who is in the process from where I was a year ago? Maybe someone out there could benefit from what I went through if I share it, right? But then there's the whole thing of like, well, if I go out and teach, how can I teach something I barely know myself? What is absolute truth? Am I ready for that? Can I be a teacher? What is my purpose? Am I supposed to make juices? What am I good at? Who am I? Everyone always points you back to say, like, what do you like to do? Do that in a spiritual way. Okay, that's great. Or ask someone who knows you that says, what are you good at? And try to create something along that lines. Write a book. I always hear that. Write a book, right? Or whatever it is you want to do. Grow a garden. Sell vegetables and fruits. But every single thing you do, you know, every single thing that you're told to do or you think you should do always can come to this roadblock of, but what if that's not good enough? Or what if that's not really my mission? Or what if I'm meant for something else and I'm going along this path and then suddenly, oh no, I could have been doing this all this time. So to untangle all that is to just take a breath first. Take a deep breath and realize we have been very busy being goal-oriented, task-oriented, achievement-oriented, to nauseam, trying to get degrees and houses and cars and all this acquisition and consumption of title status or purpose, right? Even if it wasn't in our own real control because we just did what our parents told us to do, right? So let's just take a breath and stop. Let's stop all that mind chatter and just relax. Because maybe we have a purpose to just be here, to just be. And if you're getting messages to wake up, if you're getting the signal, the light, the shine, if you're starting to realize things that you never realized before about life, then this may be your journey, that you're meant to wake all the way up this life. Or maybe you're supposed to come to a certain spot and be there. So this conversation here is more about letting go and being already as your purpose. Your purpose is to be embodied, be an embodied soul. That's it. That is your purpose. Now, as you grow in awareness, more things may develop for you. And sure, you may decide to write a book. And if you start writing the book like I did, I'm sharing things that happened to me, okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing what happened to me. I started writing like 5 different books a few years ago. None of them finished. Because as I was writing the book, I was putting too much pressure on myself. And I was saying like, oh, I'm getting new knowledge as I go. And now my first chapter is kind of irrelevant because now I know more. So it's kind of one of those things where not everyone is going to be comfortable with writing a book that's a timestamp for where they were consciously at the time. Now, if you can achieve a book like that and you're just good with it, and hey, that's where I was then, now look at me now, great. But that doesn't have to define your entire purpose. Like I said, we put way too much pressure on perfection. And you're already perfect. So there's nothing to chase. There's nothing to achieve in that regard. And so I feel like I don't know what my quote unquote God plan purpose is. I still don't know. And I'm finally at that point where it's like, cool, I don't know. That means I can do anything. I can still do everything. Because again, you start putting yourself into a specific purpose. Then you start defining yourself. Then you start putting yourself into a little cage. Because now you can't talk about other things. Say, for example, if you're doing natural hair tutorials, and now you're a natural hair tutorial YouTube content creator. That's all you can talk about. But you might have opinions on politics. Who knows, right? So I say this. Open up. Open up. Be everything. Your purpose is to be everything. To do whatever you're inspired to do. And even if you don't do it well, you gave it your best shot. So what? Right? Right. Right. And so I know this isn't going to be satisfactory to some people, because some people really, really, really are on that. Oh, I need my purpose. I want to do something to make an impact in the life and for other people. And yes, you are. As you're going through your journey, anybody you talk to, anybody you meet, any person, animal, creature, desk, cup you encounter, show it love. And you're in your purpose right then and there. We make an impact on people and things in the environment with our thoughts, our love, our intention. You are in your purpose right now, all the time, with every single thing you do. Okay? And now, the other part of this. You may have been born with a specific gift that most people aren't able to do. They have to really work hard to do it. And if you're inspired to use said gift, cultivate that. Cultivate that and share that with the world. Do things that you are inspired to do and share it. Share it. Make a bed of life within you that births beauty, however you define that. And don't feel obligated or trapped to be on quote-unquote purpose or task. Come on now. Let's let go of the old paradigm and float. Stay on point with your energy. Stay on point with your aesthetics. Stay on point with what you put in your environment, in your body, right? In your mind. What comes into the portals of you. Stay on point with that. And then give back. Give back. We're sitting right now within, I will call it like a Taurus field, because that's what it is, but it's more than that. We're sitting inside of a womb or an envelope. You're surrounded by something. And without getting all technical and in the physics and all the kind of discussions that just takes us off purpose with this conversation, right? But you're sitting inside of an energy. You're sitting inside something that's actually participating with you, that's listening to you. So every move you make, it makes a move with you. Every step you take, it takes a step with you, towards you. The purpose is to dance with it. And that's all.